This is Knights Company's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Crew Chevrolet on News 4.
Well, good evening and welcome. It is rematch night. He is Webb. I am Scott. And as far as local playoff games go, they don't get bigger than the one in Flourtown this evening. Of course, the whole winner-go-home party.
Absolutely. And, of course, the rivalry part and the fact that Summerville trying to take it one step further than they did a year ago. But the revenge part, Ashley Ridge didn't beat Summerville in the regular season. They throttled them and won a region title. But now the Swamp Foxes would have to beat Summerville a second time. Fort Dorchester was last team to do it in 2022. Playoffs are a different animal, however, more pressure in this one, although Ashley Ridge looked up to the task early on. Cameron Gardner caps the Foxes' first possession with a touchdown, 7-0 Ashley Ridge. Back and forth we go. A lightning strike from Summerville in response. Max Stafford deep to Jalen Pounds, and he is gone. Deep ball, all tied at 7. But the Green Wave was not done. As Javen Williams, he really established himself in this one. He breaks off a 72-yard touchdown run. Another huge offensive play. The extra point would be blocked, however. 13-7, Summerville on top. The Swamp Foxes answer with a big play of their own. Trevor Kalish drops back, finds Monty Brown. Brown's going to take it into the open field. Nice little juke move here. He takes it to the house. Cashes in for 6, 14-13, Swamp Foxes lead. But back come the Green Wave. Javen Williams again, another touchdown run, just carries tacklers into the end zone. 20-14 Summerville. This is the play that turns the tide. 4th and 8 for Summerville. Max Stafford finds Jack Burnett for big yardage and a first down. That would lead to a short touchdown run from Cam Grayson. And Summerville goes up top 27-14 at the half. Second half looked like Summerville would pull away. Javen Williams, there goes that man once again. He's going to take it to the house. 34-14, Summerville in command, but Ashley Ridge still holding out hope in this one. They pin Summerville deep, and then they're going to block the punt. Where is it? It rolls into the end zone, and Ashley Ridge recovers. Summerville lead cut to 34-21, but the Green Wave continue to find ways to answer. Stafford with the quarterback sneak. That would make it 41-21 Summerville, and the Green Wave advance in a wild one, 48-27 the final. They will take on Carolina Forest.
Over to Stag Country, and it is Berkeley and Westwood. 25 seconds left in the half. Stags up 14-6. Offense at the goal line. Henry Rivers runs it in. Stags are up 20-6 with the made extra point. It's 21-6 right here. Then 19 seconds left in the half. It is Berkeley defense showing off. Amir Nelson shows what football is all about. Big hit. The fumble is forced. How about Landon Jackson runs it in, puts the Stags up 27-6 with the made extra point. 9 seconds left, and the final will be 48-20. Berkeley Stags are moving on. I'll do it.
Oh, go ahead.
All
okay,
right,
sure,
9-1 Stratford hosting River Bluff. Best season for the Knights in over a decade. Just before the end of halftime, power goes out. It lasts 20 minutes. Stratford's D trying to shut down River Bluff's pass game. Trenton Fordham with the INT. Gators now with an interception right back. Caleb Renwick with the INT. Stratford will add to their score. It's a field goal right there, but River Bluff's Hayden Myers has a short touchdown run. And this ends up being the wildest game we've seen in the area in a long, long time. Because Stratford was down big. They come back, and this is the final play of the game. All they could do is just toss up a Hail Mary with no time left. And you know what they do? They do it. Jakin Davis to J.Q. Crosby. That is an incredible play. Oh my, Stratford wins it. 40-35, they are moving on.
And playoff time, you never know what teams will throw at you. Lucy Beckham head coach Jamil Smith said North Myrtle Beach threw the kitchen sink at them last week, but his team's halftime adjustments allowed them to shut out the Chiefs in the second half to move on to round 2 tonight. The Timberwolves hosting the Lucy Beckham Bengals. First quarter, Finn Gunter Can't find a man open. He takes the ball, dodging defenders along the sidelines, does a spin to get more yards, and he gets down at the 5-yard line. First down for the Bengals. And then Gunter is going to give it to Aiden Beeman. He fights through and is in. The Bengals are on the board. It is 7-0. Second quarter, Jace McIver goes back. He's going to get surrounded. Throws the ball deep, hoping someone will catch it, and it goes directly to Caleb Geronimi. He skips into the end zone, gets an unsportsmanlike conduct call for dunking the ball right there.
Dunk,
nice dunk. I'd give it an 8. 7-7 game. White Knoll ends Beckham's season. However, 14-10 is your final.
After a brutally tough year, Fort Dorchester squeaks into the playoffs, and in round one, they pulled a near miracle, their version of the Immaculate Reception at the Horn to beat Lexington. They earn a trip up to Carolina Forest tonight, so we head up to Myrtle Beach, and the Panthers made it pretty light work, let's just say. Fort Dorchester struggles mightily up there. 21-7 in the second. Cameron Long rifles the throw across the middle. Wide open. Brady McDowell can't place the ball any better than that. Panthers push the lead out a little further. Carolina Forest back on the doorstep. This time it's right back to their bread and butter. Jaron Fox, reigning two-time Region Player of the Year, finds the end zone for the third time. Panthers open the postseason with an easy 49-7 win over Fort Dorchester. James Island, their brilliant season at Sumter tonight. Early first quarter, James Island with the ball in the red zone. Connor Dantzler scrambles for a touchdown. It is 7-0. Late first quarter, Sumter has the ball. A tie game. Franklin Richardson with a shovel pass to Cleveland Pinckney. That's a 37-yard touchdown. Second quarter, James Island with the ball. It's down 21-7, but Connor Dantzler lobs one up for Raphael Puyu, who mosses the defender. 21-14 Sumter. Following drive, Sumter ball. Franklin Richardson scrambles, 47-yard touchdown. This ends up being an insane game, double overtime, and James Island, they go on to win it. A huge win, 42-35. That sets up a monster game next week. James Island and Stratford. That will be fantastic. All right, stay with us. Much more still to come.
This is Knights Company's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Crew Chevrolet on News 4.
Welcome back. Oceanside Collegiate's first true test of the playoffs is tonight. Putting the best team in 3A up against an 0-10 team last week was not exactly a huge challenge, but Marlboro County is a team that has plenty of history. Over to District 4 Stadium in North Charleston, it's Marlboro County that starts the scoring in this one. Trey Blakeney to LaQuincy Leach. Pass interference, it's obviously declined because he catches it anyway. 7-0 lead. Landsharks shoot right back. Aiden Manavian over the middle to a wide open Cooper Webb for the score. All tied at 7. More Oceanside. Manavian this time goes deep. Anthony Williams pulls it down. It's a great catch for him. That's great field position, and Jackson Summy would cap it with a field goal, and Oceanside wins 24-7. They host Dillon next week. How about Eric Bendig and Philip Simmons hosting Atlantic Collegiate off of Clemens Ferry Road tonight? First quarter, Armada. They're up 7-0, but Philip Simmons doing work. Hayes Goddard over the middle to Ashton Kellerman. Great snag, and that's a heck of a grab. Leads to this. Goddard to the corner of the end zone. Patrick Clark pulls it in for the touchdown score, and we've got a tie ball game. Atlantic Collegiate, good defensive squad. Philip Simmons backed up. Dallas Brown, tackle for loss. They have to punt it away, but Atlantic gives it right back over. Broderick Evans goes for the end zone. Iron Horses Montrell Mungeon comes down with the interception. Iron Horses win 17-7. Up next, they get Central at home.
Bishop England got through round one of the playoffs. Round two, it gets a whole lot tougher. South Florence, 10-1 on the year. Their only loss to 5A Northwestern. The Bruins with win over Summerville on the resume. And Coach Drew Marlowe and company hosting Bishop England. We pick up this one in the second half. Bruins shutting out Bishop England 36-0 thanks to a huge night from the South Florence defense. Jewel Washington comes flying in for the sack, and Bishop England would be forced to punt on their first possession of the third quarter. From there for the Bruins, it's Messiah Jackson on the ensuing possession. He takes it himself for the quarterback keeper and dives for the first down. That would set up a quick pitch and catch as Jackson finds Perkins for 6, and the Bruins increase their lead 43-0, and that would be your final. Cross hosting Bethune-Cookman. Let's have a
Not Bethune-Cookman, Bethune-Bowman.
Well, I don't
they didn't
know
go all the way to
Bethune-
Daytona
well,
Beach.
Well, they could have. I don't. Bethune-Bowman. Let's head over to the Trojans country. Cross. Tyler Harris passes it to Caden Ramsey for the big gain. However, the ball is turned over shortly after Bethune-Bowman's Terrence McFadden passes it to Maurice Dawson with the amazing catch in coverage. And then it's Cross's number 4 coming up right here. Makai Green with the long run. But then he's going to be hit out of bounds. Late flag, Anthony Hall. And just to clarify, the camera lady there is okay. She got up. She was in good spirits.
Yeah, but Channel 2's camera is not okay.
Well, no, that's a problem. That's a problem for them. Makai Green puts Cross up 8-0 after the 2-point conversion there. And Cross goes on to win this one 38-0.
Skiza playoffs 1 week ahead of the public schools win tonight, and you are playing in the state title next week. Just announced those state title games will be played at SC State next Friday and Saturday. So we'll head up to Northwood taking on Porter-Gaud tonight. The Chargers charge on to the home field, and the Chargers quarterback Kevin Johnson with a long toss to Drew Wolf. That is a pretty play right there, and it helps set up a little tricky short touchdown from Caven Ford. And the tricky means Jason Tide got fooled on that one, but that was a touchdown. Anyway, Chargers would strike again. Short touchdown pass, Johnson to Wolf, who hangs on to the ball. Northwood, they win this one 34-20. They get Heathwood Hall next week.
To Walterboro, a huge rivalry matchup for a spot in the state title game. Colleton Prep hosting Dorchester Academy. 3rd and goal coming up here. John Quattlebaum looking for the end zone. The ball is tipped and picked off by Hartman Fisk. And then on the next Dorchester possession, John Quattlebaum, he's going to find Noah Reiser, this time for a huge gain. And then on the very next play, it's Quattlebaum. He's going to give the ball to Warren Judy for the touchdown. Then Colleton possession, Cale Owen. He's going to look downfield and finds Hartman Fisk, who dives for the catch. And then later, the drive, Cale Owen takes the snap and finds the hole for the touchdown as Colleton Prep wins it 22-16.
All right, stay with us. After these scores, we'll come back with some college football. Pinewood Prep is moving on to the state finals. Hanahan season and Timberland season both come to an end. And we'll be back right after this.